get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna...
That's what the ring was for!
Just like that.
I got him!
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna... get to work. Here's what we're gonna...
we're back with an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV, and it's a big weekend in the NBA because the All-Star events are here. And guess what? You can also see these events inside 2K.
Ooh, I can't wait for that, but I'm also looking forward to one All-Star that's doing double duty over the weekend. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Stephen Curry.
That's right. He'll be stepping off the court and onto the red carpet, making his Hollywood debut.
And we caught up with him while he was recording for his movie. Check it out. Stephen, welcome back to NBA 2K TV. Now, this is a full circle moment because I first interviewed you and Aisha 10 years ago exactly for the cover of 2K16 in New York City.
So crazy.
And so now I'm working for 2K, and I'm interviewing you again. 3 championships later, 2 kids, Unanimous Media. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
You have a movie coming out with Unanimous Media in association with Sony Pictures, GOAT. So tell me how GOAT came about and why an animated movie.
Well, having kids, you kind of think about what, they thrive on. So the animation was one that was kind of centered around a little bit of the themes that have been a part of my life. Being the underdog, being underrated, being the small kid, scrawny kid that was kind of overlooked coming up and finding an opportunity. And obviously working with all of the amazing talent that we have, putting this project together. Is the dream come true, to be honest. I remember growing up watching, the who's who of movies, and you want to be now in that position where you get to inspire the next generation with a story that I think can resonate with everybody.
Bye.
With feeling.
Bye.
There are also some millennial references when I watched the trailer. The what's up?
There's a lot of the bringing as much of the real world into this animated world that's really kind of edgy, something that every generation can kind of find something that they might laugh at, and the next person looks on and then you have conversation starters.
For sure. You mentioned that GOAT follows an underdog. At what point in your career did you not feel like the underdog?
17 years in, I still feel that way. Maybe the first time I acknowledged it was after the second MVP, but the spirit of what goes into my game, and I think why I've been able to extend, this longevity is because I still have that underdog in my DNA. The way that I try to work, I have a lot more to accomplish, but nothing to prove. But that accomplished part is still that driving force that keeps me going. So I don't ever want to lose it in my head, even though the resume might say something different.
In GOAT, you voice act.
Yes.
You're Lenny, right?
Lenny the giraffe.
Don't look now. There's a baby goat walking towards us with a weird smile on his face.
I was looking on your IMDb page, and I was trying to figure out if you've done this before.
I've done things where you either played a caricature version of yourself or, lended your voice to something, but to have the experience of voice acting a character like Lenny, when you're in the studio and you're, trying to bring this character to life, it brings everything out of you, which was a really cool experience.
I started finding other ways to be creative.
Lenny is a rapper.
Olivia, stop trying to put me on Front Street.
His character is kind of not a class clown, but he brings a different energy in the locker room.
I hear you're quite funny.
I try. A little dry humor, a little witty, but
I was
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be like a stand-up comic or anything like that by any stretch. But I like to have fun. Let's put it that way.
If you could be an animal or describe your personality as an animal, what would it be?
So my favorite animal is like an elephant. My wife always says I'm a slow walker. So it's like
those are the worst.
Exactly. So that's the one physical character trait. I don't know. I feel like I'm like a worker bee too, kind of vibe, where you're always on the go, always doing something. Don't really know how to sit still. Wildly different references.
It is.
But
and in personality, like type B in certain situations and type A in other situations.
Very much. Now this is like therapy now. We're working on some stuff.
In Japan culture, it's called ikigai, when you're like, oh, you know?
I read the book. Yeah.
I love that. All right, so you have so many hobbies, a ton of businesses. Why did you want to create a production company?
Leveraging basketball and the audience and the platform that I have, I knew from an authenticity standpoint, faith, family, and sports was something that I knew I would be able to resonate with people. A lot of stuff originally was centered around me, but the idea of we can now bring in other voices or bring a smile to somebody's face or inspire somebody, that's life's work.
You have so many things. How much time does it take to produce a movie, like go do other things off the court?
That's part of the worker bee mentality, I guess. And obviously, you have to have a great team around you to do that. I haven't won any championships without a great team around me. Sometimes it feels like work, honestly, but sometimes, most of the time, it feels like fun, where you're doing stuff that you want to be doing, and been blessed to have such a solid foundation of things that I want to be able to do after the NBA is done.
In real life, you make video game style shots.
Yeah.
Curry fires. Oh,
Stephen Curry.
So in 2K, if you make a basket, you're greening. They call it greening.
Yeah.
So in real life Steph or 2K Steph, who would win a shot competition?
We talked about 2016 and being on the cover, and now, like, as the ratings have gone up, like 99 from three and all that type of stuff, I still feel like the real version would win. So I'm taking
like
myself over myself. It's weird.
So one of the most popular moves in 2K is called the Curry crossover.
Funny now, these new generation of kids coming through, they're like telling me, like, I've been working on this move and they named it after you.
So your shot, your Curry crossover, like all of this stuff is gonna be for you in the game forever. And so how does that feel for you, your legacy on the court in this video game?
This is like a cool time capsule. It's a way to experience, the NBA and what you saw on court, and being able to bring that home in a video game and that whole deal. So I'm like 20, 30 years with my grandkids, sitting down telling them stories about about the game while we're playing the game. So it'd be cool.
The game will put you like gray, everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Last question. So in my team, you can pick 5 players all time, and now you can pick WNBA players.
Yeah.
So we usually ask, like, what's your all-time starting 5 in my team? But we wanted to ask you all-time underrated starting 5 because GOAT's coming out.
Drew Holiday, he was always my first answer. Seth Curry.
Okay.
This is a weird answer, but Sabrina Ionescu, even though she's kind of that, I feel like, underrated because of her journey, but people might not see it the same way.
Yeah.
But we vibe off of that. Andre Iguodala.
Okay.
And Andrea Stinson.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody knows that name from the Charlotte Sting. That's a wild, all over the place top 5 for you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Steph.
Absolutely. Appreciate you.
the Road Warrior Wizards arriving at the arena. That look tells us they are ready to get down to the task at hand. We welcome you to Noche NBA here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. Our game tonight featuring the Miami Heat as they go up against the Washington Wizards. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Cooper. Then it's Sarr, and it's Johnson in at the shooting guard position. And for the Heat, the Beast out there with Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Jaquez in at the 4. This deep into the year, Greg, do you expect guys to start slowing down a little bit?
Well, if you're prepping for the postseason, you could ease back a little minutes-wise, but if you're on the bubble, it is still go time every game.
Kicks it out to Johnson. 6 to shoot. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
In that pick and roll action, one thing was on Trey Johnson's mind. Let me get a bucket.
On the wing, Jaquez. Cooper against Mitchell. Adebayo. That's tipped. Pass to Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved.
Hits it from three-point range.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Well, he just looks so confident right there, and sometimes that's all it takes.
So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it just kills your momentum. You earn the trip to the line, but at the same time, when you miss, you give your opponent life.
Good work there as it goes.
Uncovered at the rim. Finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Stolen by Mitchell. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Jaquez the pass to Mitchell. Here's the beast. He has 5. The shot by Adebayo, no good. You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star. He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Down low, it's tipped. Driving in, and Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. 2 loud points for Bam.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Wizards. They trail by 1. Pass to Cooper. That one, no good. Great D that time from Adebayo. Powell kicks to Mitchell. Lays it up off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
Yeah, it gives you a chance right here to reset, get everybody back on the same page so you can execute.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. Number 1, the Heat.
And they have really been focused on picking up their defensive effort, playing passing lanes, pressuring ball handlers, and trying to contest every shot.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Champagnie. And finished off by Bagley.
How about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Here's the beast. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. 7 points for the beast.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
A chance to check out the stats for the beast. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb, averaging 17 points per game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
You want to be a successful team in this league, you need to find someone that you can feed the ball to and count on to score.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They and keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Carrington. He's covered by Hero. George dishes to Bagley. That's tipped. Pocket 6. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
That's the kind of toughness Bagley needs to show on every possession. Shake off the contact and finish through it.
Carrington with the ball. He has yet to score. Inside, here's Bagley. 1 second left, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. At the end of one, a closely contested. Game so far. Heat lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
So the Wizards 5 right now. They've got Chris Middleton. Carlton Carrington is out there with Johnson. Then it's Bagley. And it's Kispert in at the 3.
And that's his game. Middleton knows he's out there to shoot the rock whenever he gets a good look.
The Beast passes to Adebayo. Again, the Heat, good for 2.
Yeah, I love the communication. And the chemistry between those teammates.
Wizards trail by 5. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Kispert kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Back to Kispert. Off target from three-point range. The Heat leading by 5. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose, but after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
Bagley with the bucket.
Got to push Bagley out of the paint. Once he's close to the rim, he is locked in on scoring.
And it goes down 2 points. The Beasts got the lead up to 7 now for the Heat.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Pass to Kispert. Bagley trying to free himself up. Kispert, no good.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Wizards trail by 9. Now Carrington. No scoring in this one. Middleton against Hawkhead. Shots good by Middleton.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, the Beast in their last matchup against the Pistons had a huge game. He had 14 points, and plus, he nabbed a couple boards. Seems to be his theme lately. Nobody has been able to stop him. Back to you.
Thanks, as always, Allie, for that great report. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Well, let's see if that rhythm carries over. They will involve him early in this one.
Washington calls timeout. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. A nice shot by George.
George, assisted by
1:21 left in the first half. Cooper against Mitchell. Wiggins up top. Great D that time from Middleton. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. 7-point differential. First time they met was in Washington.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, I don't think you can look at these matchups and think it can be just one guy. I would have everybody on the glass to help out.
Puts it up. Larson, no good.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Here's Sarr. He's defended by Ware. Puts up a deep three. And it's Cooper missing. Here's Larson. The three. And the three ball is good. And the Heat lead by 8. And so it's the Miami Heat holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We come back right after this.
Washington, 20.
We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
Mitchell is out there with the Beast. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Norman Powell, and it's Adebayo in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Middleton. Rebound by the Heat.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
And one of the things I love the most about Adebayo, he's a center who plays like one. He's not out here trying to take long jumpers. He wants the ball inside.
Here's Middleton. Pass to Cooper. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, it's soft. Over Adebayo. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Marvin Bagley's checked in for the Wizards.
Marvin Bagley III.
The Heat leading by 12. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, that's why you get Adebayo involved in screen and rolls. He really knows how to execute that.
Outside, George. Shoots it up. Jaquez with the rebound.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Pass to the Beast. That one goes. Count it. And that's 13 points for the Beast.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
And that one's good, George.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's the Beast. He's guarded by Johnson. The Beast passes to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Mitchell against Cooper. Here's Bagley. Great D that time from Adebayo.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey guys, Commissioner Adam Silver talked about tweaking the game. He said analytics take sports in a certain direction because it's a coach and GM's job to win, and they'll do everything they can to do so under the existing rules. It's on us to adjust because we're also looking at the aesthetic appeal of the game. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. That's good from the Beast. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me. You definitely do. Washington calls timeout.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
Yeah, physically they are being overwhelmed in the paint right now. That can be hard to fix because it's a personnel issue.
The Heat making a switch here. Larson's checked in. Bagley finds Carrington. To Bagley. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Bagley's got 8.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Outside, Adebayo. Pass to Wiggins. Over Sarr. Got a piece of it.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Here's Carrington. He's covered by Hero. The fadeaway. And Washington again with the bucket.
Assisted.
Heat leading by 13. Pass to Larson. To the middle. Here's Wiggins. And the layup's good off the glass.
And this is why Wiggins has become an efficient scorer. He's doing a much better job with his shot quality and loves now to attack inside.
Here's Kispert. Miami grabs the miss.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Wiggins kicks to Adebayo. Back to Wiggins. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooter.
Here's Carrington. The shot from the low post is good. good. Outside, Hero. It's stolen. And so it's the Miami Heat looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
I just love the way he plays. He does a great job of making everyone around him better.
And with the fourth quarter. Upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. We've got George. Johnson is out there with Cooper. Then there's Kispert. And it's Czar in its center. And the basket is good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
And guys, how about the unselfish and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
Well, and how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
And that one misses.
One big thing you love about Alex Sarr, he's got that 7'4" wingspan, and as he gets older, he'll fill out that frame, plus add to his game. Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Well, the volume has been there, but so has the efficiency, which is why they're in control of this game.
Sarr gets the bucket.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Miami leading by 11. Pass to the Beast. To the inside. Here's Jovic. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jovic has got his first points of the game.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
And Sarr throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. To the paint. Here's Jovic. It's tipped. Here's George. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Timeout called the Heat. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. And Miami. Making a change here. Fontecchio's checked in. Here's Mitchell. Pass to the Beast. Fontecchio. That one drops for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit, who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. Cooper against Mitchell. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Cooper.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Here's the Beast, covered by Johnson. Jaquez, nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Heat lead by 12. Washington calls timeout. Look at the Beast. He's really been playing well.
They're going to have to regroup here and figure out a way to stop him because he is dominating them.
It's time to get on your feet. The loudest section gets free t-shirts. Who wants them?
It's time now to present our player of the game, the Beast.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. The more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Wizards trail by 14. And that's a foul called on the Beast. That's his first foul. GA, in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
Pass to Hackett. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And the whistle blows. As the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here on free throw coming up.
That's just too much Alex on there. At about 7 feet, he is a lot to handle.
And the big fella Alexar showing promise. Greg especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game. And has the makings of a modern offensive game as well.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Heat.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight will make it 58.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for the Beast.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Khalil Ware's checked in for the Heat. Fontecchio's coming in for Norman Powell. Stolen by Middleton. 43 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Champagnie. And another miss by Washington. To the inside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Champagnie passes to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
The assist, Justin Champagnie.
And here is Mitchell. Shots good by the Beast.
From Davion Mitchell.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.